ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਜੁਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸਚ ਹੈ ਪੀ ਸਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਪੀ ਸਚ ਇਕ ਵਰਤੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵਾ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਅੰਗਦ ਪੇਵਾ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਮਰ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਕਰਤਾ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਗੁਰਬਾਰੇ ਪੁਰਖ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਰਜਨ ਸੁਖਦਾਨੀ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਹਰ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਗੁਣ ਖਾਨੀ निर्वैर गुरु है श्री हर राय काल मूर्त हर कृष्ण ते आये जुनी ते वादर राय सैभं गुर दसमें सहाय गुर प्रसाद ग्रंथ गुर ज्ञाना वाहि गुरु बंदन भगवान बाणी गुरु गुरु है बाणी विच बाणी अमर सारे गुरबाणी कह सेवक जन माने परतख गुरु निस्तारे मूक उच्चय शास्त्र खाट पिंगलन छड़ जाए अंत लिखे बदरो सुनाए जो काल कृपा कराए कहा बुध प्रभु तुझ हमारी बन सके महिमा जो तारी हम न सकत कर सिर तुम्हारी आप ले हो तुम कथा सदारी डंडौत बंदन अकबार सर्व कला समर्थ डोलन ते राखो प्रभु नानक दे कर हाथ सो कहो टल गुर सेविय अहनिस सहज सवाय दर्शन परसिय गुरु के जन्म मरण दुख जाय दर्शन परसिय गुरु के जन्म मरण दुख जाए।
सतनाम श्री वाहिगुरु साहिब जी। एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निरभਉ निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है पी सच नानक होसी पी सच।
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। Satsang Ji, we're going to continue on with the arts of the Sri Japji Sahib today. So far we've gone through 8 videos, this is the 9th video, and we're going through the definitions of Oankar now. We've gone through where Oankar sits within each faith. We've gone through the Sankirti definition, the Vyakaran, which is a grammatical definition, the Yogic definition, which is through the yogis. And now we're going to continue on with the definitions of Oankar. Oankar. The next definition of Oankar is through the Vaishnava, which is through the Sanatan faiths that believe in Vishnu as being the Godhead. According to their faith, they state that Oankar, the definition of Oankar, is that God is the acceptor. He accepts the desires and wishes of his devotees. So the devotees ask for things, ask for various things, and God is the one who accepts their requests and grants them whatever they require. That's the basic definition without going into any more detail. God is the one who accepts all their requests and grants them what they require. And the reason why I say that is people like Bhagat Prahlad within history required Vishnu to come assist him. The Bhagats within Gurbani, you look at Bhagat through the way he was manhandled and thrown out of a mandir. God turned the mandir, turned it around, and it's still to this day that mandir is turned in the direction of where Bhagat Namdev was thrown out. Bhagat Kabir you look at Bhagat Kabir again. You know, he was thrown out by Sikandar Lodi into the Ganga while he was chained up, and God saved him, accepted his request and saved him and kept him floating on top of the Ganga. Bhagat Namdev when he was threatened to be killed unless he brought back a cow to life, he did his bhakti. He made his request and God came. And that episode is written within Gurbani. And there are others as well. You know, Bhagat Senji, when he was going to be executed, God came and prevented that. Bhagat Talnaji, when he required God to assist him on his farm and help him rear his cattle, help him grind his flour, help him to do whatever, which worldly tasks. He asked God to help him assist those while he did his bhakti. You know, Bhagat Kabir you know, he even said, you know, I need these things. दाल सी दो मांगोगी ओ हमरा खुशी करे न जियो पुनिया छादन दी का Anaj karo satsika, gopes magola veri, ikatajan tochige, karki gihan changi, jantarna leve. That's, Pagatanna ji stating there. And Bhakti ji says, Pukhe pagna kije, yamala apni lije. If we are left hungry, how are we supposed to use your mala to do your bhakti? Bhakti ji stated all these things, give me this food and help me rear this and give me a good wife, and God accepted those things, and through bhakti, God gives everything. And Oankar, they state that is the definition of Oankar, and we know through ardas, through bhakti, through our own materialistic desires, that if our karmic duty is right, if karma is right, we will gain these things as well, through the will of God. So that's the best definition. The next one is the mantric definition, which is basically where you break up the mantra, Oankar. You break up the mantra into its component parts and explain what each component part is. So like I stated earlier, the Oankar is broken down to Akar, Ukar, Mukar, Pun Ard Bind Pehchan, Charo Ko Samuday, Jo Oankar Pehchan. So it states in there that Oankar is broken up into 4 different things. The first one is Akar, which, if you look at it, the Punjabi alphabet, the Gurmukhi alphabet, Era, is the first one, Akar. And Akar stands for the virtue of Rajogun. Rajogun we have explained earlier, so I'm not going to go over it. But if you're watching this on YouTube, you've got access to the internet. Have a look what those definitions are. They're all to do with Vedanta, and the Vedantic definitions are there. You'll find it to do with all Sanatana faiths. So they're saying what Akar is. Akar is encompassing Rajogun. And Rajogun, the deity that is controlling Rajogun, or Rajogun has the greatest aspect over his life, is Brahma. Era here represents Brahma, the deity Brahma. He's the creator deity. In India, considering he is part of the Godhead, there are not many temples that are in reverence to Brahma, the creator God. There is one main one, and that is at Pushkar, which is one of the 64 places of pilgrimage for the Sanatana faith. And at Pushkar, the main temple for the worship of Brahma, if you go there to this day, there's a Shastra of Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji. While Guru Gobind Singh Ji was making his way down towards Hajur Sahib, they stopped off at Pushkar, and there is a place there where you can go and see Guru Gobind Singh Ji Shastra. So Rajogun is Era, that's Akar. Ukar is Ura, and here that represents Satogun. And the deity for Satogun is Vishnu. And Vishnu here is considered the definition of Ukar. And then the last one is Makar. Makar is Mama. So we've basically spelt out Om. Era, Ura, Mama, Om. And with Mama you get Tamogon. And Tamogon is the form of Shiva, or Mahadev. So those are the 3 first initial letters, and then you get the Ardhabind. Remember I said the mantra says Akar, Ukar, Mukar, so we've covered those. Ardhabind, that's the 4th one. Ardhabind is the line that you see on top, the line that goes over the on the symbol. And then what that represents is Adhisthana. That is God giving the illumination. So here the term Oankar is defined as God is the one who is greater than the Hindu Trinity, than the Sanatana Trinity, and he is the one that illuminates those 3 in order for them to gain their praise and them to do their work, which is the causal, the preservation and the destruction. So that is the Matra definition. So far we've had 5. We had Sankirti, Vyakaran, Yogic, Vaishnu and Matra. The 6th definition is the Lay Chintan definition. And this is again, if you start looking at the form according to Vedanta, Vedanta it's something that's quite misunderstood within the Sikh faith. Vedanta is not preaching about Hinduism. Vedanta is, in essence, the knowledge. It is taking out the purity of knowledge and leaving the rest of the rubbish behind. That's what Vedanta does. Vedanta is a way of understanding and formalizing what is actually taking place. If we were to look at it in a Western perspective, it is a form of philosophy. Vedanta helps you understand, and it is only a tool in the same way that we use Vyakaran, which is a grammatical tool, to do definitions. Vyakaran is a tool that we use to apply with Gurbani. And Vyakaran is a school of thought within the Sanatana faith as well, which focuses on just incorporating the Jeev and the Jeev and the Paramatma, the Atma and Paramatma, the emergence of making the individual soul and the supreme soul of God merge and become one. And here within the Laya Chintanartha we start looking at, again, what they do is they break up the mantra Oankar. So you get Akar, Ukar, Mukar, those three again. Akar here is within, earlier on we talked about the different states, the sleeping state, the awakened state, and the dreamless state. Here, Akar is the awakened state of Paramatma. That's what it's saying. It's the awakened state of a Jeev, the awakened state of the individual who is still living in ignorance. And that's what it is. Akar is that. Ukar is the second one. So, sorry. I've got to do this the right way around. Ukar actually, Ukar here comes first instead of Akar. Ukar here is the awakened state. It's the Vishav state. And that is known as the Virat state. It's the first form of the Godheads within the Sanatana faith. So the state that they have an awakened state, a sleeping state, and a dreamless state. The second one is Akar. Akar here is Tejas Rup. We've talked about Vishav, Tejas, and Prag earlier. So Tejas form. It is the sleeping state of the individual when they're in ignorance. And then the last one is a Makar. Makar here is the Abhyakrit state that we've stated earlier. Within other books, it states it's the Ishwar state. So it's one of those things where it talks about when the Jeev is living in ignorance, when the individual has not realized their true self, they live in these three states. And then the other one, the line on top, the Ardhabind here, is what gives grace, what gives the illumination and allows the individual to become illuminated, because those three states, of Virat, Hiranyagarbha and Abhyakrit, they are the ones that lead a person into ignorance and keep a person in ignorance. And it's only through the state of Waheguru that a person comes out of that. And it's the Kar, it's the line on top again that gives the illumination to make a person realize what their true form is and what their true being is. So that's the Laya Chintanartha. So that's the sixth one. The seventh one is a straightforward definition. What it says is Oankar. The term Oankar, if recited, what it does is, from a person's feet to their head, it grants them respect within this world. It makes a person greater in every way. So that's the seventh definition of Oankar. The eighth definition within the actual text by Santagyan Gurbachan, since he goes into quite some depth. But in essence, what it says is, Oankar is the name of Paramatma, is the name of God. And by reciting this, He is the one that looks after you. He's the one that takes care of you. He is the one that provides for you. Oankar is the term and the definition used for the provider. And then the last one, the last earth, is Oankar is the name of God. Simple as that. There is no messing around with grammatical numbers or breaking anything up. Oankar is the name of God. Like we said, Pratame Oankar Tin Kaha. God recited Oankar in order to create everything, but that what has the ability to create anything? The name of God. Oankar is the name of Brahm. It is the name of the formless God. And that is the last arth. And what happens is, with that mantra, Oankar, it states that because it's the name of God, if you are to recite it with love and loving devotion, then one can become the form of God. Through reciting the name, you become the form. You gain realization, and there is no separating between God and Jeev again. You know, Gurbani says, Har Har Jando Ek Hai, Bib Bichar Kuch Nahi. You know, it says that God and his devotee are one and the same. That there is no difference between them. And, you know, Gurbani says that again and again. That Mantu Jot Sarup Hai Apana Mool Pshan. You know, God, you know, that is Uttam Bani there, where you are giving yourself a discourse and saying, look, you need to realize that you yourself are the Jot Sarup, you are the illuminated form. You actually are, in essence, the illuminated form. The difference we have in Gurbani is that we state that even if a person realizes their illuminated form, they are to maintain an element, a massive element of humility and dignity. Within other faiths, this is the big difference between Sikhism and Vedanta. Within Vedanta, the acceptance of I am Brahm, I am God, leads to a large amount of vanity, ego and pride. And that's what the Gurus are trying to teach us to stay away from. And here what they do is they're saying that even if you are to recite any mantras and you are become one with the divine, then still remain a Sikh. Keep your code of conduct. Do everything. End of the day, be a servant for Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Serve Guru Nanak Dev Ji in the same way that you always will. But here we have, so far, through the previous video and this one, we've been able to cover the 9 arths, the 9 definitions, the 9 in-depth definitions of the term Oankar. And we'll leave it there, and we'll continue on the Shabad, Sat and Naam and Karta in the next video. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. He Gobind, He Gopal, He Dayal La. Prananath Nath Sakhe Deen Dard Nevar. He Samrath Agam Purana Mohe Me Atar. Andhakupa Mahapaya Nanak Pare Utar. Aye Prabhu Sarnagati Kirpa Nid Dayal. Ek Akhar Hanuman Vaste Nanak Hot Nehal. वाहिगुरु नाम जहाँ जहाँ चले सो तरे पार जो श्रद्धा कर सेव दे गुरु पार उतार नहार जो श्रद्धा कर सेव दे गुरु पार उतार नहार वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।